Hello everybody, welcome to my first ever appearance on Crucible. Crucible is a new Steam game that is just released in the Steam store, well, a couple weeks ago. You should go play it. I've never played it, it's gonna be good. I've read some reviews, it's pretty mixed, but judging by what I saw, it looks amazing. So this is actually my first time on the game. I have not even touched it. And I'm going to make my account right now.
Those are here.
I've never even seen it.
Raring to go.
In this corner.
Yeah, I like this guy too. I like this guy right here. What? I gotta search for a tutorial? Well, plug my phone in won't lasting long at all. Oh, I've already used it, so let's use the med kit. F. It says press F to collect. Let me collect it, damn it.
Oscar Mike.
So now what? Move to the melee point. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, you're obviously... Oh, is this part of the tutorial? Sad face.
What the hell was that?
A classified recording from the fall of Colony Zero 1 year ago. It was not meant for your ears. A Unity investigation into this leak has now been launched. You have been subpoenaed as a witness.
Oof.
Interesting. Sounds like someone's trying to air out the Unity's dirty laundry.
While on Crucible, various events can change the tide of battle. For example, this damage amplifier will boost your damage output.
Oscar Mike. Ha!
So what, does this give me like strength?
Events such as damage amplifiers can be helpful for defeating your enemies. Some events can also introduce dangerous new challenges. Like this hive.
Whoa!
What the fuck is that? Alright, so
Back into
what I mean with the jumping feels kind of sluggish. So, say this kind of gives me kind of like a Borderlands type feeling. But this game has potential, it just needs to be fixed up a bit.
It's go time.
Like here, if you were to jump, like, I don't know, I feel like I'm kind of like playing Destiny. But then again, that's Destiny's thing. This isn't a Destiny-like game. This is more of like a Borderlands. Like the jump, I think the jump is a little too long. Another thing that I seem to come across is that the tutorial really doesn't give you much about what the game's about. It gives you kind of like a little, very little backstory on how the controls and everything work. But other than that, it doesn't really give you anything on what you're supposed to do. It kind of reminds me of like Anthem, if anyone's ever played Anthem. If you've played Anthem, you would know what I'm talking about. How, like, Anthem had some great potential, but the developers quit on it right as the game had literally launched. There was nothing new, and the game looked amazing, but then just died. Oh, shit. Alright.
Oscar Mike.
So I also don't understand the point of this game. Like, there's no respawning, which makes it kind of impossible to find matches. Like, you have to go through a match every time you die. Alright, I'm going around to get this guy. top. Alright, he's got it. He's got it. That's great. Like, this has a great PvP system. Like, there's no issue about it that this game couldn't be great, but, like, this game is lacking in areas that would provide it PvP. I don't know. I just don't like the concept of having to go around and just to die one time. You know, if this was more like a survival game, then yeah, I could see this being, you know, die one time, okay, cool, and the match is over.
Damage amplifiers incoming.
I think they should also probably make the parties bigger. I don't like party of 2, you know. I don't know, yeah, you kind of have to be with somebody. Because, like, most of the people here aren't going to be with people, you know, we're all just new people coming out to test the game. Alright, so let's go we'll go around to the side to get this guy.
Let's roll.
Your aim down sights are now faster and more accurate.
Alright, let's go ahead and actually use a
Using a
medkit. So, I don't know, it just feels like it's a little undefined on what this game, like, the objective is.
Oscar Mike.
You know, like, what's the I get like there's, you know, you're supposed to kill things, but like, what's the overall goal of the game? Like, it gave you a backstory, and there's kind of nothing else to it. You know, it kind of just puts you into waves, or this. If it had more of a, you know, PvP based, like, you know, 30 to 40 people kind of aesthetic, and I think if they're gonna do like really big maps, they should do a lot more people. Like, for example, by the time within 5 minutes, I've already almost won a game. You know, it kind of reminds me of like Battle Cats Royale. It's too quick. Like, great potential. Like, this gives me like Mass Effect type vibes.
Your rifle now reloads faster and holds more ammunition.
Oh, what the hell?
Moving out.
Oh my god, I'm getting shredded right now. I am getting absolutely shredded. About to...
At least you lost to the best.
I need a drink.
Oh, the guy was there. Alright, so I'm gonna test out the other game mode. See how that works. I don't know how I feel about it. So, before I try to conclude an overall opinion of what I think of this game, I want to play this game mode right here first. Because this is what appears to be their center stone of what this game should be. Like, right now, my impression of it is great graphics, great maps, but wrong direction for what you want the system to be. Like, this should be, for what this should be a big PvP game. And this seems like PvE more based. Alright. I'll deploy us near... I'll go South Falls. Alright.
Get ready, Crucible.
Your supply drop now
Hello,
includes
guys.
a turret.
Teammates. So I'm gonna follow the bug guy. It says Echo. Oh no. sprint system is a little delayed.
Incoming!
However, I am getting used to the controls. The controls are mainly what I was worried about, that the controls wouldn't
Oscar
fit
Mike.
well. Like, you know how if you were to play Roblox and you were to jump, like the character just goes straight from this to this with no like leg movement or transition? It's kind of what it reminds me of. Like, look. You're running, jump. Like, it kind of looks more like it's staying still than anything. I mean, then again, that could easily be fixed. Oh, look, we found enemies. Is there any way to crouch? Shit, what's the crouch?
You now have a force field.
I really wish they had told me this in the tutorial.
Gone in a cloud of dust. No wailing. Pathetic.
Essence eruption in progress.
Target down.
Gotta waste some med
I really, I do like the PvP in this game, though.
No, break.
I just think that there's a lack of it.
I'm using a med kit.
I'm using a med kit. Okay.
Okay. I like the
Time to
voices.
round it up.
So what, this is like an event map? We gotta wait for the hive. I feel like this game mode would be a lot better if there was like 4 or 5 teams. Because then it allowed for a lot more players to come on in.
Roll.
The hive has spawned. Great, alright, so the hive has spawned. Alright, we got one.
Stalkers detected inside the containment field.
Cover me. Capturing
Alright,
the
get
heart.
in the heart. Let's get this shit.
Your aim down sights are now faster and more accurate.
Alright.
Your hunters
We now have a
captured
heart.
A hive heart.
Like, see, the
Damage
map
amplifiers
looks,
incoming.
the maps look great. I honestly could say the maps are really good. For pre-game, you know, this game has potential. Like, the shooting style kind of reminds me of Gears of War, which had an awesome, which was known for what it was.
Not your day.
Sure, it's a way to also see a scoreboard. Alright, so I'm going through here. Whoa. What's up? Got some Spider-Man shit going on. Oh no, you aren't getting away from me.
Knock up another one.
Yikes, that's a really long time. So,
Oscar Mike.
looking at that, I feel like if they're going to make the time really long, it would be beneficial to have, like, 2 or 3 more teams for more PvP action. Because, like, moving here, if you look at the map, it's a really big map. You could really easily fit 3 to 4 more teams. Like, if you put, a team at north, team at south, team at east, team at west, you could literally have it spawn in the middle, and then the teams would have to fight to take control of the middle. And I would honestly put the teams up to like about 5 or 6. Kind of give it, you know, like if you were to take League of Legends, for example. And then it would fit it kind of more into the strategic territory.
On the move.
So I want to get a feel for this game as best as possible. Let's see. They could really fix this. I don't know. This looks kind of weird if you look at it. All right, I'm gonna head back towards the Hive Heart. Like, it looks weird. It doesn't look like it places well. I'd make it more translucent, or not translucent, transparent. Like, you know, it kind of looks like you're like taking tin foil. Alright, so it's gonna be right here. No, I'm gonna go right over here. So, no, that's poison. This is invisibility. They didn't point this out in the tutorial though.
Hang on, working with the objective.
Hello.
Tide is off.
They should really give these things names. Coming around. Woo!
Your rifle now reloads faster and holds more ammunition.
It's great.
Incoming!
Stompers
Cover me.
detected inside
Capturing
the
the heart.
containment area.
I don't think I've died once.
Your hunters have captured a hive heart.
One more heart to go. Let's deliver this. Don't let it get to you.
Yikes. I feel like it's taking
Let's
them
roll.
a long time to get back over to the hive.
Gotta waste medkit. Try again, lose again.
Where's the next hive? It's gonna be north. 3 minutes? Jeez, man. I don't know. I feel like it's more kind of like wandering. I think a tip screen would actually help because I'm not gonna lie. Like I'm having to learn what some of these are just based off of shooting them off trial and error. I can't tell if those are what my teammates think. Oh, they're his. See, I don't know that. I figured out these are invisibility.
Oscar Mike.
I cannot give enough credit to the graphics designers of this game. Like, it really looks great. So I'm trying to think about this. It honestly, this seems like if you're the enemy team, like if we were on this losing end, it would seem like a pain in the ass to try to travel across the map. Let's say if our spawn point was at wetlands, it'd be a pain in the ass to travel across the map to try to get even to the hive. Which then if you die again, it's painful. I really like this character though. Oh shit. Collect this Willamir. Thank you. Gonna use a medkit. I kind of like that. I actually kind of like that a little bit. It's very useful. Come on, get a headshot.
Incoming!
Come on. Oh yes, give me the headshots. Give me the headshots. Chase, 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 chase. Get it, get it, get it, get it, get it. Got him.
Not your day, huh?
Your rifle shots now inflict more damage after
I've
reloading.
almost up.
Hey, that's great. Woo!
Cloak plants detected inside the containment barrier.
Gives me more kind of like a sniper
Go
type
time.
vibe. Oh, you're an enemy. I thought you were just a monster. Oh shit, oh shit, oh shit.
Guess I got lucky.
Alright, here comes the last heart.
Enjoy that a little.
Give me some invisibility. Let's go ahead and get our increased damage out.
Stompers detected inside the containment barrier.
Damn it! Go ahead and claim the last
Taking
heart,
the
buddy.
heart. Cover me.
I'm using a medkit. Yay.
Your hunters have captured.
Sometimes it's the will, not the
Woo!
skill.
Gotta keep rolling.
Look
that
at
rock.
that!
This isn't power of horticulture.
I didn't even have to cheat.
6 kills. Oh my god, I feel bad for the enemy team. I got 6 kills. And I collected 2 hearts. Look at that. Woo! Alright, so let's go back to the lobby and discuss about this game a little bit. So, first things first, let's get it off. This game does have potential. I get that it's in early stages right now, but this game does have potential. I think if it wants to be the best it could be, it should focus more on kind of like a PvP Destiny / League of Legends type vibe. Now, I get the big map, you know, with the hearts, but I think the time that it has between each
You know
heart
I've been up and
spawning
down the rank
is
a few
way
times.
too much if there's only 2 teams
Well,
on the
I spent
map.
the last-
Oh, let's check what we got. Defeat 6 players in 1 match. Win a game of Hearts 3-0. As captains of the V500s. Earn 2 prestige levels. It's not bad. So, I kind of like the Heart of the Hives a little bit more than the Alpha Hunters. And I'll say why. So, with Alpha Hunters, it's... For being only 16 players, I think it's a good idea. But I think there should be more variety to it. Like, it's kind of hard going in there only with one other person with only 16 players. Like, I think if there was about 40 to 50, it'd be a little cooler. You know, it kind of gives it like a little battle royale type of vibe. But for what it is, I think it just needs more oomph to it. Alright, now let's talk about Heart of the Hives a little bit. So, Heart of the Hives, it's a great idea. I think the addition of more monsters might help. I think the monsters aren't really an issue at all. I think there should be more additions of monsters around the map. Second of all, I would add a tip screen to what some of these monsters do. Because I'm not going to lie, some of the little pods, I figured out just by trial and error. Like, you probably would have seen me put a scene up now. I know I'm going to actually edit this very much. Put a scene up now where I was running through and I aimed straight up and I shot at the pod and it was a spike pod. I didn't know that. And that's something I didn't really know until I started actually playing through the game a lot. Something I'd like to point out as well is that the jumping transition. Now, same with me. Put up a clip of me where I'm talking about where I'm jumping. You know, there's a little video of it going, but as I'm jumping, I feel like it's too stationary. I feel like the jump is kind of like you kind of just go like this and that's it. Like there's no like in-air movement. I kind of feel like a Roblox character jumping if you kind of get that vibe. But that's an easy fix. I really do. Here, a really big pro right here is I like the PvP. I think there needs to be a lot more of it. Especially if this game wants to be successful, I think that they should really try to like push for PvP, especially if they have a battle pass. because I feel like there's way too much time. You know what people like? They like action and they like getting into it. I think that there's way too much time in between the player and the monsters and the players. So like if you were to put 3 steps, you know, it's like players, monsters, players. There's way too much time in between. I feel like I'm standing there for a little too long. That's why I was talking about it. Like if you put, instead of it being 2 teams of 4, put it like maybe 5 teams of 5 or 6. You know, and have the hearts spawn in the middle. Like if you have a big spawn time for each heart, it wouldn't even matter if there was more PvP. It would kind of make it more like a King of the Hill type vibe. I'd probably have to play around a little more, but I think this game has some great potential if only they can, you know, harness it right. Like, for example, some of the other characters are really cool. I really like the bug character. I didn't understand it at first, but I like the way he maneuvers around. Can I train? Practice. Okay, so I'm gonna go...
Me, huh?
Can we be friends?
So, I want to try...
For my Prima.
Pick me. Ready to grow.
So I'm going to go in practice mode and show exactly what I mean with maneuvering. I really like the beginning character, the one that I chose, the tutorial character. I think that character
I'm
actually...
ready to act.
You have a
The
single
bug character
regenerating
and
med
the other guy
which
might suit me.
creates a
I like the
healing
fact
area.
that you can move around. Like, this really fits for people who kind of like, you know, constant moving and fast pace. Because see, like, I can move around and I can hop. But there's also, I like the limitations on the jetpack. So, if I was to say Q, I don't know what that does. E. What does E do? Oh, it releases Spore. So see, like, the characters in the game, they're great. There just needs to be more to do with them. Like, these things, put names above them. Well, I wouldn't really put names above their head. I'd make their... I don't know, I'd add more of them. Like, it feels like I can more, like, directly attack, if anything. I don't know, I think its hit screen is something that really should be added. Especially for those who are using different characters. Like, I don't like having to press F1 in-game to try to figure this out. So, causing AoE, fires a seed pod, so fire a seed pod. I like the seed pods. I like the method of that. L, left CTRL. Quit match, yes. I think they should allow... I think they should allow you to change characters. Not in match, not in game. I meant, like, in tutorial. Because, you know, if I wanted to test out all the characters, you know, I wouldn't want to have to go out and then come back in. Unless I'm just... I didn't find it. But to go back out and then change hunters to then go back in. This guy, I saw my partner. My partner looked like he was having a blast with this guy.
Here.
So this kind of resembles Widowmaker. She has a harpoon gun.
For science!
I haven't...
Ready for action!
This one looks like it could be... Not good. This one looks like it could have some, It needs some revamping on it. Because we took this character out way too easily in one of the first games. Alright, let me check how much time I got left. Oh, I don't have much time. So I'm gonna put up what I mean about this. Is that whenever we had found it in the first game, this character literally... Oh.
Ready for action!
Oh, F1.
Ready to kick some ass! Woohoo!
Your flamethrower range has now increased.
Okay, so I think the jumping transition only applies to this character. Because if you look at this character, whenever it goes in the air, like it has transitioning for the jumps. Yeah, see, this is cool. The characters are awesome. Especially if you're a person who lives like this. Like, I would have some fucking hella fun with that. And I like the fact they even add the overcharge and the overheating.
Taking off.
Like heat warning. Look, like that's cool.
Keep it cool.
Like that's cool. It's literally a character. It kind of reminds me of you know, like World of Warcraft. But this game has potential.
Pull my jacket.
I would just give it a little bit more ways to maneuver around. Because I feel like after you use your 2 little
Back in
jumps, you're kind of
business.
stuck.
Here we go.
Because see, this is the sprinting. Like I would have it to be like 3 or 4. Because if I'm in close combat and I need to get away, once I do this, I'm stuck. Like there's nothing I could do. I could try to walk away, but as you see, I'm getting shammed. So, one, these are the abilities. Match, yes. So, on a quick final review, this game has potential. I could really see myself actually playing it. I was really actually enjoying the PvP. It needs more of it. Like, I cannot express that enough. This guy right here, I like this guy.
I know
Even though
what
he's a
I have to
tutorial
do.
character, I like it's simplistic and it's easy to handle. This guy and the bug. Well, this guy, this character, and
Me, huh?
Captain Mendoza. Here, let me see the names. Drakali or Drakal. So Drakal, Bug, and Captain
Me,
Mendoza.
huh?
Those are my
Mission
3 favorites.
accepted.
I really like these characters. I think for Mendoza, I think his jumping needs a little assistance, and his sprinting needs a little assistance too, which is probably why the game probably gave off a bad vibe at the start, is because his sprinting and jump transition are really odd, and if that's in the tutorial, you know, it's going to give people a very weird vibe. I do like the fact that they gave the Battle Pass for free, though. That is very, very great, and I like the fact that they're going for this. You know, it gives people an opportunity to play around with the game. But I think for people to do this, because if I want to do this a lot, you know, I'm going to want stuff to constantly be doing. You know, I don't want to get bored in-game, which that's what I was talking about with, you know, being idle between time of players versus players. Like, there's way too much map for only 8 people. Now, you know, if you were to make it like a team, like a 6 teams of 4 people or 7 teams of 4 people, you know, it'd make it more of kind of like a firefight PvP, which would be great. You know, it's kind of going to be like a strategic, kind of like Overwatch. And it gives the game more room to work with. So, I think that's what I'm going to call it. This game has potential. There's many things that probably need to be worked on, and I think it's not really too much the characters. I think it's more of the game modes. The game modes they're unique, but they need work to them. There needs to be more variety to it. There needs to be more people. There needs to be more ways to create on it. And that's why you probably see, whenever I was queuing, a very long wait for Alpha Hunters. I don't think people want to play that because, you know, dying once, you know, I could go in and be out of a game within 50 seconds. And that would annoy me after a while, especially when there was like 2-minute queues. You know, I feel like I'm going in just to get smacked and turned back around. But this Heart of the Hives, that has potential, especially if there's more people able to be in that. That could be a very long game mode, especially if you made it competitive. That's even better. Well, or Alpha Hunters. You can make Alpha Hunters competitive, but there just needs to be changes to it. It's a seed. It has potential. If it sprouts and it goes right, it's great. This game could be amazing. But I'm going to call it there. There's my take on it. Hope you guys all enjoyed this video. My name's Zook. If there's anything I missed, please tell me. I'll make a follow-up video. I think I'm actually pretty good at this game. I liked it. I played a couple of games. I absolutely dominated. But I'll play it some more and I'll make a follow-up video. Alright everybody, I'll see you guys in the next one. Maybe a day or two, you'll have another Crucible video. I I think I might record another one of this, you know, playing it and figuring out the characters, giving my 2 cents. But this is his first review on it. This is an honest review of what I think of it as a new player coming into this community with no prior experience of reading the game, absolutely nothing at all. There's my 2 cents. My name's Zook. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Later.